don't know what you people do about them gym memberships, but I get plenty of work out here. So there was 2 poplar logs here. Again, I think they're poplar. Don't crucify me if I say the wrong tree. I'm not quite yet a tree expert. I'm working on it, but not yet there. So we got 2 more 20-foot logs. That makes it at least 4, 6, I think. That's probably actually enough if they all work out. And then 3 more 12, which is actually 13-foot logs. Might get 1 more out of the other one. We'll look and see how big it is on the short end. The trees over there, I don't think are quite as good a shape as these 3 were. One of them for sure is going to be firewood only. It's just not a good tree. And we'll see how the other ones go. So. So like 10 minutes and then take a break, 10 minutes, take a break. Could you imagine if it was like 100 degrees with this humidity? I'm assuming that's like people in Florida, maybe in Alabama. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm in the shade for most of it. In the shade. I have a microphone, but it's not turned on, by the way. It goes with this camera and I didn't turn it on. So I'll try to stop talking away from the camera. So I think this tree, if I remember correctly, is a persimmon, I think. Which I recognize the name, but I didn't know what they built with it. And then I was having a conversation with my tree buddy, JR, and he's like, they used to make the wooden driver heads for golf out of persimmon. I was like, oh yeah, that's where I remember that name from. I don't know what else you do with it, but we're gonna let it grow. I don't know how big it'll get, but it's a neat little tree. We're gonna let it grow. It might actually grow a little better with some of this shade still in the trees out of there. When I'm done talking to you, I gotta get up, come back to work, so I'm trying to stretch it out as long as I can. Okay, so I was talking to my brother the other day about the trees that we were cutting down, and he lives in North Texas area, and they got decent trees. He's got some beautiful oaks, particularly post oak on his property, but they don't typically grow super tall. So he asked me how tall they were, and I guessed roughly 60 foot. So why don't we measure a couple of them and we'll take a look and see. We've already cut up some of the bigger ones, but let's try this one. All right. To go over this one. Gotta make it through this. Oh, hopefully there's not a lot of poison in here. Ah, crap. Well, I was at the end of my tape anyways. Okay, well that's 50 foot here. Let's see how much further we got. Well, oh, yeah, you guys want to watch me fall while I'm holding the camera, don't you? I know how you guys are. All right, let's see if we can get it to grab. Ain't much to hook on around here. Well, there we go. I'll make something to hook onto. All right, so it's 50 foot about right there. Try to go to the top of the canopy. Oh, which kind of came crashing down. But looks like it's probably about right here. So 50 plus 24, 74 foot for this tree. All right. Let's go measure one more tree. So my 60 foot guess was pretty good. All right. Well, that tree is a little bit smaller, so probably not as tall. But when I gave him my 60 foot guess, this was the one that I was thinking about. All right. Now let's try to remember that this only measure out 50 foot and stop before we suck. Cut that on a little bit of an angle there. So it doesn't want to grab. Maybe that'll work. All right, here we go. Oh, I hate poison. Wow. Maybe I should have waited till I trimmed it. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh. I guess I'm gonna have a seat here. I was trying to look at my tape. My tape said 47, almost 40, 48 feet. What if I get it loose? No. Oh, get it. Thankfully, I don't think there's any poison here. All right, there's another at least 15 foot. So yeah, this one's at least 60 foot. Okay, let's get out of this mess. Do something productive. Unfortunately, this tree is probably only going to be able to get one decent usable log out of it. It's not that big a diameter to start with, so we're looking at 6, 12, maybe 14 inches. So we'll probably be able to cut to where it comes off to these 3. And then we might be able to take that middle log, this middle branch, and use it for a post or something, or that retaining wall I was telling you about. So that tree is full of poison. I ain't messing with that. I ain't messing with that at all. It ain't worth it. Not messing with that one. Ain't worth it. This tree, a little bit more debatable. We might try. It's a pretty solid tree. We might try to get one log out of that. I just hate poison so much. Alright, that tree's got poison, but that's a big tree. We gotta take that one for sure. That was a 70 plus footer. One on top of it's got a little bit of poison on it, but we'll get at least one log out of it, maybe two. So, alright, I guess we ought to get to work.